Happy birthday, Ray. Let's see what happens here. Hey, that's good to see.
Pretty good.
Gift loan lady. Your mother's still living?
My mother's still living. Yeah, he passed away a year ago. Last June, a year ago.
What did you see him doing?
You're like hanging out by the door. There's a birthday boy.
Yes.
Hey. What a pretty smile.
Are you playing with the boys?
That's a beautiful little girl.
How old are you? Lila.
She just turned 2.
She just turned 2.
Henry's 5. He's 2.
Trying to see everybody. Hi, Teresa. How are you? It has been. Yeah. When we were out there, you're still down south. So we didn't get down that far. And we saw Gail and...
Okay, this end of the table. All right. Now, James, you get a picture of the head.
Oh, look at all these wonderful pictures.
So it's going to be like data information context. Okay. That would be pretty smart stuff.
Okay, look at China.
Daddy, smile. Daddy, smile. Daddy.
Hi.
Video.
Hi, guys. Happy birthday, Grandpa.
Silent prayers for those. And also, this morning, for the poor people that perished in a balloon accident near Austin, Texas. 18 of them. Oh, Lord, pray you give us good health and happiness. And this all enjoys me. Amen.
And safe travels for everybody.
Amen.
Okay, should we start this table and then we can just go down the line? So.
Oh, I said the wrong place then.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Okay, so Steve, you go ahead.
And he has been an amazing inspiration to my life. He's been a great guiding light. He's taught me how to play in the dirt. He's taught me that it's better in four-wheel drive. And he's taught me that family and friends mean a lot. And so it's wonderful to be here with all you guys and to celebrate his life and celebrate what a great man that we have in our lives. So, next.
So I'm Heather's sister, so Grandpa Ray's granddaughter. And yes, same thing. Boy, us girls, we love the outdoors and we love our four-wheeling. This little guy here his middle name is Raymond. He was, of course, this very special man. And he was just sharing a video of him rock crawling his little Jeep through a little rock stream bed. And that he definitely has Raymond and his blood, that's for sure. So, we treasure every moment we can have with you, and we just love you dearly, and the support and the push, the drive to go to college and to get a good education. Boy, nobody can ever take that away, and just your drive that has really helped us through life. So thank you. We love you.
Now, your turn, Mike. We're going to zigzag down the table.
My name is Mike Sutherland. I'm married into the family of Shannon. And I've known this fine gentleman for probably 18 years now. And it's funny, he's a very easy guy to talk to. Him and my grandmother, ironically, grew up together down in southern Arizona together. They were a couple years apart, lived just a few miles apart, growing up together. And what's even more ironic about it is that thank you, John. That's my other son. And his older brother, Frank, and my grandmother remember dancing together at an old county dance hall. So it's fun talking to him and listening to his stories, and they remind me a lot of my grandmother. But this man is, I don't know if it's something in the water down there where they grew up, but they're just so kind and so generous and so welcoming to new people in the family. He's been a great addition to my family for sure, and so has everybody on the side of the family. And we'd like to keep them around as long as we can. We love you, Grandpa Ray. Happy birthday.
Well, I'm Christine, but most people here know me by Christy. And I was not a member of Ray's family, but for many years the younger people in the family and I all thought that we were cousins. We finally learned that we weren't, that I was treated as though I was. I look back and almost every good time and every wonderful thing that I did involved Ray Ramsower and his family. I learned to love four-wheeling. I learned to go into the desert. I learned just about everything that made my life special from Ray Ramsower. Thank you, Ray.
We're zigzagging. Yeah, I saw that.
Darn. Well, now it's my turn. I married into the family. I had a four-wheel drive and I fit right in. When we first got together, we were out in the desert. We did a trip down to Baja. Remember that? Lake Chapala.
There's a picture of it in there.
Yeah, went through a big dust ball. All you could see was the front of your vehicle. We were riding side by side, and all you could see was the front wheels of our vehicles. The rest of it was covered in a cloud of dust. We've done a lot together. He helped me with my Toyota Land Cruiser. We put an engine in it. I've taken away his motorcycles when he couldn't keep them up anymore. I think he just kind of gravitated to me. And he's been a great person to be around, to be with. And we have a lot of memories. Thank you, Dad. I'm Ken of the Donaldson clan, who is Louise's sister, is my mother, Elizabeth. And she can't be here today, but she sends her love. And we all do, anyway. There are so many stories, so many things that, by the way, I've never known my life. Too. You're gonna hear a lot of that today. But this man is the most incredible human being I've ever known. He gives more to everybody around you. You can just look at all of this. And this is probably not even a drop in the bucket to all the people that he's touched. He's a fabulous man. He gives to everyone. He cares for everyone. And we care for him. And we love you, Ray. I don't want to, we're full of years, we're dusty, dirty, and everything else. So that's going to be the common theme to support Ray, because he just got us all hooked on it. But just what a lovely man. What a lovely man. I can't say it. Yeah.
There's Steve's son, and that's my wonderful, amazing grandpa up there. And then in there is his great grandson, Mr. Henry. And so I just want to say, I don't know what I can say to everybody else who doesn't already know, and the stories that other people couldn't share as well. But to me, Grandpa, you've always been a symbol of strength. You've always been a symbol of standing up for what you believe in, doing the right thing, even if it's difficult. You know, and I mean, it's got a lot of those values, and you've got a true example of the fact that you're 95 sitting here with all these people that love you around you. You've got a lot to offer, and it's taken a lot from you and your teaching. So I want to say thank you for that. And we love you.
I'm Kathy Donaldson, married to Ken, and I've known Ray a little over 35 years now. Yeah. One of the first times I met Ray is when him and Louise pulled into our new house in Parker, Arizona, on their motorcycles with the trailers behind them as they were traveling cross-country camping. And I just thought that was the coolest thing ever, these people showing up on their own motorcycles and their helmets. It was just great. And that was when we first moved to Arizona, into Parker, Colorado. We live in Arizona now. But anyway, Ray, we love you. You mean the world to me. You've accepted me as your own since I met you. So thank you. Happy birthday.
So, my name is James. I've been a member of this family for more than 10 years now. I lost both of my grandfathers when I was relatively young, so I never really had an opportunity to connect to anybody of your generation, and it has been an absolute privilege, an honor, and I cannot describe to you the impact that you have had on me formatively. You are an inspiration and an incredible human being. I am grateful every day to thank you. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Ginger, and I met Ray through Joe when we were in high school. So I've been around a long time too. I feel like I'm catching up with you because you have so much energy. Anyway, we love you, and it's always wonderful to see you. We get to meet up at church every week, so it's great. And you're such a fine gentleman. Glad to know you.
I'm Shauna. I'm Steve's daughter and Ray's granddaughter. And like Kathy, actually, my earliest memory of Grandpa Ray was at my 5th birthday party when all of my classmates were out in the front yard and Grandpa and Grandma show up on motorcycles. That was probably the coolest I've ever felt in front of my peers. And knowing you has been a great pleasure. You've been such an influence on me. I love you. I admire you. I've learned so much about hard work and adaptability and curiosity and an interest in the world and in technology and travel from you. And I'm just so grateful to be a part of your family. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Kim Brown. I'm Kim Brown. 007, yes. Have known Ray, well, ever since I met Joe and Dave, because we went to college over in Tucson, and had met you, and we've gone out to lunch sometimes, and movie, and sit around talking. And like it's been said before, some of your stories were just amazing as you were growing up down there in southern Arizona. And I just sit there in awe sometimes listening. You are a very honest man, and you are a fair man. And it has been a pleasure knowing you these years. God bless you and happy birthday.
So I'm Gail Flanagan Stromberg, and I am from the Flanagan clan, youngest sister of Louise, Margaret. And so, of course, I have grown up with the Ramsowers. I remember when you lived in Tonga, and which was like our hometown. And then I was so sad when they moved to Escondido because it was so far away. And I really enjoyed it every time we came down to visit you in Escondido and run amongst the orange groves and come home with a bag of oranges every time. And going on those wonderful four-wheel drives out in the desert. My dad went and built himself a little dune buggy so we could do the same thing with our family. It was always fun. So, and I always admired your enthusiasm for taking on new adventures like, oh, let's ride our motorcycles up to Alaska. Oh, let's drive this big old RV across the country to Florida and back. I'm so glad you stopped in Kansas City to see us. And I really admired how you could back that RV up into our driveway within an inch of the curb. And then I had to level it out, so it was just perfect. So I've always looked up to you and thought you were just the best uncle anybody could have. Thank you. Happy birthday.
I'm Jeff Perry. I'm not family. I've known Ray late 60s. My best memory was on his last quad ride. We took off, and everyone's on a quad. We turn around and start coming home. Then he decided to take a helicopter ride the rest of the way. So that's my best memory.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll see you Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm Teresa. I'm the youngest of the cousins of between the fake sisters, Louise, Margaret, and Elizabeth. I've also had the privilege of being Uncle Ray's goddaughter. I'm probably the most emotional of all the cousins. I put the mushy stuff in the car so I wouldn't have to see it. But the motorcycle thing, that was great. He came up and he and Louise came up with their motorcycles and the trailers on one of their many trips to our place up in the Salt Lake area. So that was really awesome. And also part of the reason why I became an engineer.
I'm Shirley Berry, mother of two boys that I have felt that my brother, Virgil Baldwin, a very close friend, he admired Ray so much. And these two gentlemen have helped raise my two boys out in the desert, but they really started out to teach me to camp. If you haven't been out with their camping things, I think about the first trip was about 21 units, and everybody had something to do for Thanksgiving, down to making homemade ice cream with generators, right? But they also had a motto that nobody was ever left behind. And that first trip, I was so amazed that the generators came out, the Jeep, Land Rover, whatever it was, broke an axle. They welded things together and they made hooked this one over to this one. And this guy said they'd take this one. Nobody was left behind. It was really great. But also, I'd go down to Escondido to visit my brother, and upon arriving, I would hear the phone say, "Shirley's coming." In fact, she's here. So in a few minutes, Ray and Louise are there, and we're a game family, both of us, and so we play. Well, the men finally decided it's not fair. That's 2 men against 3 women. Well, about 6 times into this, the phone call goes, not Shirley's here, but C's is here. Because my entrance seemed to be a box of C's. Now, you know what we had for dessert. So I figure I have to pay my dues to come to the party. And I'm not as talented as Ray's Louise or Mary, my brother's wife, knitting, you know, art, everything. Well, we had to have a stocking monkey because the men wanted George to play as their partner, and he cheats. And I'm not as creative to get a sock monkey, but you can have the George.
What you got there?
Hi, I'm Mark Ramsower, a little child of 3, and of course Dawn and myself and Steve. It was interesting growing up in the Ramsower family. A lot of camping, a lot of water skiing with the Donaldsons, a lot of trips to the grandparents back and forth in the old Volkswagen Bug. We all crashed in the back seat. We were all sleeping, crashed on Joan probably.
Yeah.
Just one experience I can remember with him. He never liked to work under cars. My first car when I was 16-year-old, I got an old Buick 1954 from Camp Pendleton. Got it running on the way home, and we had to put rod bearings in it. You get under the car, drop the oil pan, and redo the rod bearings. We worked on that till midnight. And I was falling asleep, and he finished the job under the car. But besides that, I live in Florida. It's my wife Carmen, daughter Lily, from the Florida Ramsower clan. They can't be here. Jenny, Dan, Mindy, Andy, Summer, Jenny, 4 grandkids, 5 great-grandchildren in Florida. I wish you a very happy 95th birthday, and we look forward to the 105.
I'm Dan Donaldson. I'm Elizabeth's oldest son, and I guess the oldest cousin of the 3 daughters, Louise. Well, no, of that. Anyway, I want to say, Ray, you're my hero. In all honesty, I admire you, everything you've done, how nice you are. You also are my godfather, and I value every minute that I ever spent with you, and plan to spend with you. So, you got to stick around a little bit longer, definitely, and enjoy 95. And as Mark said, 105. We want to be back here again. The Donaldsons and the Ramsowers and the Flanagans actually all used to get together quite often. The Ramsowers and the Donaldsons went on vacations a lot. So we would back our campers together, and we just had fun. We'd go water skiing. We had a place where we would go up to the lake and do that. I had a Jeep, of course. So we started with the Jeep and joined the Jeep Club down here, so we could go out with the Ramsowers with their Land Rover, that toy, because it wasn't a real Jeep. Anyway, but we've always had a great time, and we enjoyed every minute. And Ray, happy birthday and many, many more.
I'm Lily Ramsower, Ray's granddaughter, and my best memory is going in the grove and making orange juice with you. I've never been on a four-wheeler before. Most of you all have. I haven't. Hopefully I will. Sounds fun. My car is not, what's it called? Four-wheel drive either.
Come on, Dad.
I have a little Toyota Corolla, not a Jeep either. But I got the travel bug, so hopefully I will go to every place you have been. Wow. It's a lot. It is very much. Happy birthday, Grandpa.
Thank you, Donna.
Hi everybody, my name is Carmen. I'm Mark's wife from Florida. I'm going to keep this very short. We have a lot of other people that want to get a word in. Grandpa, I just want to let you know you're the awesomest father-in-law any woman could have. I love you very much, and I also hope to see you at 105.
Yeah.
I love you, and happy birthday.
Me too. Yes. I am Michelle, Steve's wife, and you know, it has been 40 years since we met, and 39 years almost since we got married. And my own father died when I was in my 20s, early 20s, and Dad has been my father. You have been everything and more than anyone could ever hope for. And thank you. Also, I don't do camping. I'm the only one in the family that needs hot running water and showers and beds and stuff. So.
We do that all the time. Hot water showers every night.
So anyway, you have led by example. With Steve has your work ethic, and you know, he is just as wonderful as you are. You are the example. We love you. I love you so very much. Happy birthday, Daddy.
I'm the eldest, getting older every day, but this man has been such an inspiration to me, to my daughters, to my son-in-laws. One of the most amazing things happened this last Christmas. We're all together. We do try to spend all holidays together. If you look at our pictures, we got Easter and Christmases for many, many years.
Thanksgivings.
And Thanksgivings out in the desert. That's tradition. But I have a son-in-law who we were sitting around the table, and he said, I've got to thank you as my mother-in-law and father-in-law and grandpa. He says, you have instilled such a work ethic in my wife, Shannon, that is uncomparative. And they're seeing this so much with their friends and families. It's just not the norm anymore. And we all attribute it to this man right here. He is just such a role model, so kind, he's never met a stranger. My mom was even worse though. She'd open the doors to anybody. Yeah. You know, they had the open door policy when I was in high school. Anybody could come in. You'd never know when we were camping who'd end up on the floor in the camper. I mean, it was just amazing. But, you know, everybody respected them, and we've learned the value of respect, hard work, ethics from both my mom and dad, especially my dad. I love you, Dad.
Family was blessed enough to do, and as this just has touched so many lives. One of them is a nature filmmaker that makes training instructional films for nonprofits, and he's supporting reclamation and conservation efforts throughout Southern California through his work. But his parents never went anywhere, and he went to Lake Elsinore with us on one of our trips. and he just got the bug. He just loved the outdoors. He loved, the nature. And so many of my other friends are still going to the desert, and they still all get together, and it's stuff that we introduced them to through mom and dad's adventurous attitude. We're just growing up in a family where, outdoors is something that you did and you lived. It wasn't even just a weekend activity. Every day we were out and doing something, making our own things, being creative. Dad instilled the engineering bug in me. Although being a software designer, I had to modify one of his favorite sayings. He says, if it's worth doing, it's worth doing well. I had to fix that, and now it's worth doing twice. I always blow it and delete it the first time. You have to do it over. But but to do a job well, it really gives great satisfaction, and that's something that you learn from the life of somebody that lives that way. And Dad's always had a love of automobiles and mechanics and engineering. I just grew up with that. I love knowing how things work, and that's totally to him. So, he picked a wonderful woman that shared his passion and his love for the outdoors, and they've shared it with all of us here in this room, and we're just so grateful that God has blessed us with them in our lives. And Dad particularly, from everything, if you were, I can't even imagine all the TV characters that I could compare it to, whether you were Tarzan or Sky King or any of the other guys, because he flew airplanes and he built airplanes and he, launches rockets, or if you need a, nuclear generator made, he's calling him, You want it done right? So anyway, it's just been a real blessing and an honor. So thank you and happy birthday, Dad.
I've enjoyed through the years listening to Ray's stories, and I know they used to go and I got to see the camper leaving again, and that my daughter would watch their cats, Miss Fluff and Tiny Mike.
Oh, yeah.
Just enjoyed all the time spent with Ray and hearing all his stories, and he's just amazing to me. We had all that yard, and we moved a couple of years ago because it became too much, but I remember walking out back, and there was Ray, probably 90 years old, out working in the yard with a straw hat on, and just amazing. And just enjoyed his stories. I'd go up to visit him, and I would just be shocked because I was kind of winded from walking up just a little bit of hill between the houses, and when I got there, Ray had just gotten home and been at the gym, and it just made me feel really like I need to get my act together one day, Ray. But just glad to get to spend this special day with you, and happy birthday. Thanks for including us.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hey, I'm Tom James. I live next door to Denise. Just kidding. Ray, I have to say that I remember one day in particular that strikes me kind of funny. I was walking up to the mailbox one day, and Ray's out working in the front yard as he was often doing. And he said, "Hey, Tom, how you doing?" I just looked over and said, "I got laid off today, Ray." And I said, "I'm 61. He says, "The same thing happened to me." It was wonderful to find somebody that had that kind of an experience in common. But after getting to be here today with all of you, and there's more people that say stuff, I have to think about Ray as being the most wealthiest of all people. Of all of you, and all of us, here together for Ray. I'm sure we'll be here again next year because I see the happy birthday sign has 95 on it. The 5 is a stick on.
Yeah.
So the 6 will be a stick on it. So we probably, well, I guess we do run into a problem at 100. We're going to have to add another space there.
Yeah, we'll work it out.
But we'll get 105. Right? We all love you. And I'll see you at breakfast for another ABC.
Barbara up here.
Honor of having one of the best friends in the world.
I can't get anybody that has done more or better in this world than the veteran of World War II and myself. Amen.
And I do want to wish you a happy birthday, Ray. And I'll be glad to see you Monday, right? We go to Ruby Cube's, what do you call it? Every Monday. So anyway, we'll see you there. Happy birthday again.
Maybe not this one.
Oh, okay. We'll save a seat. Happy birthday, Jeff Burns.
Thank you, Jeff.
Didn't you want to talk? Oh.
Hi, I'm Guy Flanagan from the Flanagan clan. Uncle Ray, I'm his nephew, but anyhow, the family get-togethers were always great. I don't know what else to say that hasn't really been said. But Ray's got a little bit of spontaneity too. It's not just all well planned out stuff. I think he got his motorcycles one day and they were sitting there, and I think oh, there she is. But anyhow, they were talking, and I think it was one of her first motorcycle rides. They said, "Get on," and they came up to Running Springs to visit us. And so
Louise and Ray drove up to our house in those motorcycles with Diane on the back. It was my opportunity to get some special time with them. It didn't take very long to realize that they were two very special people. That was my honor, and I appreciate that. Happy birthday, Ray.
I'm Ruth Rouge, and I met Louise and Ray in 1970 when Louise was my portrait painting teacher. And we became friends quite fast, and we've been friends all these years. And we've seen each other in North Carolina and Florida and all around. And I wouldn't take anything for the years of friendship with him.
We're Helen and Paul Smith, and we've been having Sunday morning breakfast with Ray and Louise to begin with for many, many years. And DC just wouldn't be the same if Ray's not there. We love you, Ray.
I'm Diane. I'm the youngest of the Donaldson clan. I also think of myself as being the shyest one of the bunch. So it's really hard for me. Just want to wish you a happy birthday and tell you how much you are loved and what truly a role model you have been for everyone, especially me. And the childhood memories I have of camping and the desert and four-wheel driving is just something that has just been so valuable. I can't even express. And I truly want to tell you that Mom, if she could be here, would send her love and misses the opportunity. Love you very much. Happy birthday.
Hi, my name is Sam Bill. I'm not quite as old as you, but I'm getting there. You know, I moved from the East Coast. I was a farmer and worked on farmlands up in Pennsylvania. And I came out to California when I was in the service. By the way, that's why I like him. He's the next destroyer man, too. So I worked for years, and I was transferred up to Congress. Worked on the atmosphere. We worked at the Air Force plant downtown by the Denver Airport. Now, you know that plant is a big sprawling complex with guests all over the place. And I'm a farmer from back east. And here comes this guy here comes a guy riding a horse with five hundred dispenser. What are you doing? They really have cowboys out west. So I got to know Ray pretty closely. We worked on an Atlas program, so he was kind of fun to work with. Although you had to be careful, he was always popping a gun out at you. But I was raising my kids and my daughter, Michelle. She was born down in Sharp. And Ray and Louise volunteered to be their godparents. So thank you again, Ray, for that. So he's the godparents to my daughter. And I really enjoyed the company for many, many years. The only thing is, I haven't seen much of them. I moved away, so I've only saw them about 3 or 4 years, from about 58 to 61. So that's a long time ago. So the last 50 or 60 years, I didn't see much of him. But he looks good. He's going to last another 50. I can see that. And one thing I want to say about him that really impresses me, he has maintained his God-fearing, patriotic demeanor. Now, you don't see many of those folks around much anymore. God-fearing patriot. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Mike Sirota, father-in-law, wife Michelle. Met that young man 3.5 years ago. I feel like I've known him all 61 years of my life. Thank you for welcoming me into your family. You're an amazing man. When we were at the Midway for the ceremony on Memorial Day, the news people were there, and the man said it best. Ray Ramsower, you are a true American hero. Most people have lives, you have adventures, young man. 105 years, done deal. Thank you again. Happy birthday, cowboy.
Hello, I'm Dolly Donaldson, and I'm married to Dan Donaldson. And I have known Ray for many, many years, and I just have to say, you wear your 95 years very well. I want to be just like you when I grow up. One thing I can count on is we sort of share a birthday. His birthday's the 25th, mine's the 26th, and Steve is the 27th. And I can count every year that I'm going to get a birthday card. And I feel so special. My mom forgot my birthday this year.
Oh no.
Ray did not.
And he did, yeah.
I had to call my mom and say, hello mom, today's my birthday. Oh honey, I'm so sorry. But anyway, I really appreciate being part of this family, and I love you very much. Have a happy birthday.
So you guys were 2 days apart on your birthday.
Yeah,
it's always been pretty good.
I've been his goddaughter since 1959, but I just got to know him in the past 3 years. This man is so welcoming to every soul he meets. I love you so very much, and I'm so sorry I didn't get to know your wife. You are one special man. Thank you for being my godfather.
I said, Ray, you do your birthday every day. How many people get to turn 95? I've known Ray since I was 14. Met his wife, with my mom, when they were taking art class together at SWO High School. My family was well brought up in church, and we all got along, but through high school something happened to everyone's family. They would either get divorced, or everybody would get married, and I was home by myself. And I would get a call from Louise, what you doing tonight? And I said, oh, I'm not doing anything. She goes, well, come on over for dinner. I've always got plenty. So I would go over for dinner and a movie and conversation. I would watch their house, their pets, and it just was like another family to me. I learned that technology is never hard to learn through Ray, because technology is changing every single day, but he always uses up-to-date technology. He shares laughter, his love for life, is concerned about our country, and I am too. Has passion and for fun and appreciates friendship. He's got good deeds. He helps others in need of any kind, like fixing a car when they're stranded somewhere. And he just loves to help people. Friendship he honors, like the brotherhood of humanity, depth of friendship, and appreciates his friendship. He has really good advice. Happy birthday, Ray.
Can we all, oh, I'm sorry, is there anybody? I just want to throw one more thing out there, and it was brought up over here. This man is an absolute patriot, and I salute you.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Bless you one and all. And thank you for coming for this great party. I wouldn't have missed it. I don't know. Can you hear this?
Yeah.
We will.
1, 2, 3.
Sing and dance now, come on.
Oh, shoot. Where does one begin? Years ago, I was raised on the cattle ranch. My uncle brought out an old Model T stripped down, and he left it there. Guess what? I started driving that Model T at the age of 11 to 12. My grandpa, who I was living with, he said, well, you can drive it anywhere on the ranch, but not out on the highway, the graded highway. Well, that's okay by me. I had more fun cow trailing, which I call it. That was the start of my four-wheeling out here.
Oh, that's how it started.
That was the start.
A Model T.
But anyway.
Maybe some years, huh?
As my children came, I always felt I didn't want to wait until they're grown to do things with them. I wanted to get out with them while they're growing up and have fun. So, even though we were working seriously, overtime and everything, we made sure we went out to the desert and did the things we like to do. First four-wheeling, and then dirt bikes. Hey, where's Steve?
Yeah.
You'll verify that.
Oh, boy.
And Mark, too. Mark did some dirt bike riding. And next thing you know, I inherited a dirt bike. His. Well, his buddy, Simpson, what was his name?
Oh, Bill? Yeah. Bill Simpson?
Oh, Bill.
Yeah.
Well, Bill's dad and I would get out on these little 125 dirt bikes, and these guys climbing sand hills.
Oh, yeah, all right.
We're just puddling along. That was the start of the motorcycle. Well, what the heck. Then I met this guy Byron.
Yeah.
He was a motorcycle rider.
A long time.
And of course, I was riding dirt bikes. My wife says, hey, you're having all that fun. I gotta have one too. So I said, okay, hon, come with me. We're going down to San Diego. Okay. I went to the motorcycle shop. I bought her a brand new dirt bike. Well, we started having fun as a family, riding dirt bikes out in the desert. And next thing you know, mine was street legal. So, and of course, her dirt bike happened to be also. So we went down and took some motorcycle courses by some patrolmen and passed those tests. My gosh, next thing you know, those are too small. We started getting bigger. I ended up with gold wings.